My name is Nancy Moses Bennett. I am a speech and language pathologist, licensed and practicing currently in Florida, and I also have my national certification from ASHA, the American Speech and Hearing Association. This video is the first in a series, and I'd like to discuss how I can have parents, caregivers, teachers, anybody read, have a little bit more fun to children, with children, and build vocabulary at the same time. What I love about reading books is you can take it from simple to more complex on any page. So yes, these books would be appropriate for children. I would say 2 to 7 or 8 can have fun with these books. I'll start with Panda Bear, Panda Bear. What's nice about this book is there's that redundancy, it's repetition. So you can use this book with very young children, or you can use it for even, up to 7 or 8-year-olds and get a kick out of this, especially the way I read it. First thing I always do, no matter how old the child is, I call attention to the title and the author. So I would name the book, and then I would say, and the author is Bill Martin Jr. and Eric Carle. And then for very young children, you can say, where's the bear, and have them touch the bear. So the book starts off, Panda Bear, what do you see? And through this book, Panda Bear sees lots of different animals. We don't know what's on the next page, so maybe you could have your child start by predicting something. So if you have a 3-year-old, let's say, you would do Panda Bear, what do you see? I see a bald eagle soaring by me. What do you think a bald eagle is? What do you think soaring is? So I often start with soaring. Soaring means flying. So what kind of an animal do you think a bald eagle would be? Let's take a guess, let's make a prediction. And very often, children who are on level will know that it's a bird when you give enough clues. But even if the child doesn't know, you give them those clues anyway, and you zero in on what might be new vocabulary words. I read this week with some children at school, and I stopped on charging. And these children were mildly delayed to moderately delayed in language, and they were about 1st and 2nd grade. And I stopped and asked, what is charging? And of course, the first thing they thought of were cell phones. We charge our cell phones. But they couldn't think of what the other meaning for charging would be. So very often in books, there are multiple meaning words, and I do call those words to children's attention, building vocabulary. So then we discussed charging would be running. Water buffalo, what do you see? I see a spider monkey swinging by me. Is it a spider, is it a monkey? Take a guess. What do you think a spider monkey is? And we find out that it is a monkey. Wow, look at that monkey, a really long tail. So instead of just naming what's obvious in the book and what's obvious on the page, being the monkey, we can talk about the parts of the monkey, and words like long, short, fat, skinny, big, little, those are all really good vocabulary words, and children need to learn not just what they're seeing, but they should be able to describe what they're seeing. Studies do show that children who are exposed to more words as babies are better talkers and they're faster learners. Good vocabulary directly correlates with good reading. The other book I'd like to demonstrate how to read is Ahoy, Pirate Pete by Nick Sherratt. So again, I would call the title to the child's attention, see if they can point to some of the words, and then talk about the author. Exposing them to words, even if you don't define every single word, just keep exposing. Even if the children haven't heard about the book or haven't read the book with me, they can see that there's a pirate in the picture. And we talk about ahoy being pirate talk, and the kids get a kick out of that. And ahoy means, hi, hey there, I see you. And we start thinking about other ways we can say hi, and ahoy being one that pirates use. One day, Pirate Pete was sailing the ocean blue. What color was the ocean? What was he doing? Who was sailing? So there's 3 right there, good WH questions. Then you could also say, where was the boat? Now this book comes with movable pictures, so you get to choose the story, which is what I like. So kids can make it make sense, or they can make it very funny. And the kids really enjoy this piece. So there's 6 choices. Shiver me timbers, more pirate talk. He said, I see a blank in the sky. So children will take turns on each page selecting which one they want. A pig, a balloon, a helicopter, spaceship, seagull, or donut. And by the way, that's a seagull. What is a seagull? It's an animal and it's a bird. So sometimes I say, do you want to make it funny or do you want to make it real? and I let the child who's choosing the picture make a choice. So let's say we have a little clown and he wants to make it a pig. I see a pig in the sky. We would talk about a pig. What is it? It's also an animal. It's a farm animal. It's a mammal. So you can see there's a lot of levels here. So even if you have a 7 or an 8-year-old, they need to start learning words like mammal, and certainly they need to know pigs live on farms. You can talk about a telescope. That's another vocabulary word that a lot of kids don't have. So we have telescope is a new word for some children. Pirate Pete looked down and saw a blank in the water. "Ahoy there," he said. So maybe the next child wants to make it fun also, or serious also, and he sees a dolphin. Who sees the dolphin? What does he see? What is he using? Where did he look? So the answers to those are in the pictures and absolutely in the text. Pirate Pete looked down. Where did he look? He looked down. The choices here would be mermaid, duck, giraffe, diver, or shark. Captain Stubble went by that way to the treasure, he cried. So here again, who went by? What did he say? Cried. Was he crying, or is that another way to describe talking? And again, learning synonyms in this way is really, really important. So when we say he cried, he's not really crying. It means he's speaking out. Thanks. Pointing his, you have to decide what he's going to point. Teddy bear, popsicle, umbrella, sock, sword, or lobster. Most kids choose the sword. Thanks, said Pirate Pete. Soon Pirate Pete came to a desert island. Yo ho ho, more pirate talk. I must find out what's in that chest. So again, you can also review all the pirate words we learned in this book, and I think that might be the last one. But it starts out with ahoy, and then it says shiver me timbers, and then it's yo ho ho. We turn the page. He lifted the lid, and inside was a bunch of flowers, gold coin, crown, coconut, crocodile, or mouse. And I have had a lot of kids choose the crocodile. And then we talk about what is a crocodile. It is an animal, and it's not a mammal, it's a reptile. So again, distinguishing it from the mouse or the pig that we saw before, or the bird. So they're all animals, in that sense they're all alike, but they're all very different. And then you can actually have some fun describing the differences with some of the older children. The perfect gift for mom, and then they start to think, oh my goodness, a crocodile for mom. And we ask, do you think your mom wants a crocodile? And then everybody knows I'm a mom. And I don't want a crocodile, but it's pretty funny and they laugh. So those are two really, really cool books. I hope you have a good library of books. It doesn't require that you use these books. Any books can become extremely strong vocabulary builders for children of all levels. Use the words after you come from the book. You can talk about strutting to the store instead of walking, or we're going to go strut to the car before we get to the store. A lot of ways to use the words in your daily language in conversations, and children will begin to be better communicators, and they will start using some of these vocabulary words at times that you would least expect it. And it's always fun to see children learning new words.